Today's story takes us deep inside one of the most secretive and groundbreaking transformations in modern air combat. This is the story of how Israel's F-35 I quietly became the world's most battle-proven stealth jet, and how its combat secrets shook the global defense community. Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. To understand this fully, we need to go back to when Israel first introduced the F-35I into its air force. The jet wasn't just a new aircraft, it was a new philosophy. Israel didn't see the F-35 as a simple fighter jet. They saw it as an intelligence platform, a situational awareness machine, and a stealth asset that could shape the battlefield long before a missile was ever fired. And that mindset changed everything. From the beginning, Israeli pilots started flying missions in contested environments where no other nation dared to use its F-35s operationally. These missions revealed the first major secret. The F-35I wasn't just invisible, it could see. Deeper and earlier than any aircraft that had come before it. The jet could sense radar activity, electromagnetic signatures, missile launches, and aerial movements across entire regions. This intelligence gathering capability became Israel's combat advantage. But here's where the story takes a shocking turn. Israel found ways to expand the F-35I's electronic warfare abilities, far beyond the standard capabilities used by other nations. Because Israel was allowed to customize the aircraft systems, they developed unique software packages, threat libraries, and mission tools that allowed their pilots to rapidly adapt to new threats. In one instance, the F-35I reportedly detected advanced radar systems long before they became operational. This early detection allowed Israel to adjust tactics even before the threat fully emerged. No other air force at the time had used the F-35 like this. Another secret that stunned global analysts was Israel's rapid mission cycle updating. When Israel encountered a new radar threat, their engineers could patch the jet's electronic warfare database within 48 hours. For most nations, this process could take weeks or months. This speed turned Israel's F-35I into a living, evolving platform, almost like a software-driven weapon. Now let's dive into the real-world operations. Israel became the first country in the world to conduct combat missions using the F-35. These missions remain classified, but details from defense officials reveal astonishing insights. One mission involved using the F-35I's passive sensors to map a dense air defense zone without ever revealing its presence. The aircraft collected electromagnetic signals, analyzed radar behaviors, and returned with information that reshaped Israel's strategic operations. The world was shocked, not by the mission itself, but by how easily the F-35I slipped through defenses once considered nearly impossible to penetrate. Another secret came from the F-35I working as a battlefield quarterback. When Israel conducted coordinated missions with F-15s, drones, and ground units, the F-35I acted as a central intelligence hub. Its sensor fusion allowed older jets to see threats they normally could not detect. This changed the battlefield dynamic entirely. For the first time, a stealth jet wasn't just a standalone striker. It was a combat commander. But perhaps the biggest shock came when Israel demonstrated the jet's ability to operate deep beyond expected ranges. Through optimized fuel management and strategic flight planning, Israel achieved long-distance missions that experts once believed were outside the F-35's realistic capability. This forced a reevaluation of the aircraft's endurance worldwide. Then comes the electronic warfare revolution. The F-35I's AW suite is unlike anything used elsewhere. Israeli engineers enhanced the jet's passive detection capabilities, allowing it to quietly map enemy defenses without transmitting signals. This was like sneaking into a room, photographing everything, and leaving without anyone realizing you were ever there. These stealth reconnaissance missions gave Israel unparalleled situational awareness. Reports also suggest Israel used the F-35I to test reactions of advanced radar systems in the region, gathering data that reshaped threat analysis models across the world. And then the biggest secret of all emerged. The F-35I was being used as a missile defense sensor. By integrating the aircraft with Israel's multi-layer defense network, the jet became an airborne early warning system. When the F-35I detected missile activity, it could relay that information instantly to Israel's defense shield, Darrow, David's Sling, and Iron Dome. This gave Israel precious extra seconds to intercept incoming threats. This shocked global experts. The idea that a stealth fighter could function as part of a missile defense grid was considered experimental at best. Israel proved it was not only possible but highly effective. America took notice. U.S. commanders began studying Israel's deployments carefully. They realized Israel's real-world combat data provided something simulations never could: authentic, pressure-tested insights. Over time, these lessons influenced U.S. upgrades, from electronic warfare adjustments to communication strategies. There was another moment that caught the world's attention. In one operation, Israeli F-35s reportedly flew routes that required precision navigation through areas saturated with surveillance. The mission succeeded without triggering alerts, demonstrating the aircraft's unmatched stealth profile. Defense analysts across Europe and Asia were stunned. Israel also uncovered how the F-35 performed in high-temperature environment, critical knowledge for nations operating in similar climates. The aircraft's cooling systems, electronic components, and stealth materials all behaved differently under extreme heat. Israel shared this data quietly with allies, helping refine maintenance cycles worldwide. Another surprising discovery came from communications. Israel developed secure data links that improved the jet's ability to coordinate with ground systems, drones, and older jets. These upgrades helped create a more connected battlefield experience. One of the most fascinating stories involves Israeli pilots themselves. Their aggressive training and combat experience allowed them to push the F-35I in ways other nations hadn't attempted. This created a feedback loop. Pilots gave insights to engineers, engineers updated systems, and systems improved combat performance. The result was a fighter jet evolving at a speed the world wasn't prepared for. The global defense community was stunned by how far Israel had pushed the jet beyond its original limits. By 2025, military analysts agreed on one point: Israel had turned the F-35I from a stealth aircraft into a multi-domain combat system. A system capable of strategic intelligence, warning detection, electronic attack, network warfare, long-range strike support, command and control. This is why global powers began reshaping their own F-35 doctrines after observing Israel's success. The story of Israel's F-35I isn't about technology alone. It's about adaptation, innovation, and a mindset that refused to accept limitations. Israel didn't just operate the F-35, they reinvented it. And that reinvention shook the world. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this deep breakdown, make sure to like, share, and subscribe for more deep dive defense analysis.